In the sun-drenched fields of ancient Canaan, a young boy named Yusuf lies peacefully, his dreams weaving a tapestry of the heavens. He sees 11 stars, the sun and the moon, all bowing down to him. It's a vision of destiny, a whisper from the divine, but a secret too heavy for a child to carry alone. He shares this wondrous dream with his father, the prophet Yaqub, who sees its profound meaning but cautions his beloved son. For in the hearts of Yusuf's 10 older brothers, a seed of jealousy has already been planted. They see the special love their father holds for Yusuf and his younger brother, Benjamin, and it burns within them. The brothers' whispers turn into a sinister plot. One day, under the guise of play, they lead Yusuf far from home. Their envy, a dark cloud over their hearts, drives them to commit a terrible act. They seize their innocent brother, stripping him of his colorful coat, a gift from their father, and cast him into the cold, dark emptiness of a well. The sunlit world vanishes, replaced by chilling silence and deep despair. They return to their father with the blood-stained coat, a cruel lie on their lips, claiming a wolf had taken him. Yaqub's heart breaks, his world plunged into a grief so profound that he weeps until his sight fades. Yet his faith in God's plan remains unshaken. But Yusuf's story was not meant to end in darkness. A passing caravan, traveling the long road to Egypt, stops at the well for water. To their astonishment, they find not just water but a beautiful boy. They pull him from the depths, and seeing his value, decide to sell him in the bustling markets of Egypt. Yusuf is taken from his homeland, a captive traded for a few pieces of silver. Yet his spirit remains unbroken. He is sold into the house of a high-ranking Egyptian official, a man named Potiphar. Here in this foreign land, Yusuf grows into a handsome and wise young man, his grace and integrity earning him the trust of his master, who places him in charge of the entire household. However, Yusuf's striking beauty becomes a trial. Potiphar's wife is captivated by him and attempts to seduce him. Yusuf, steadfast in his faith and loyalty, resists her advances and flees, leaving a piece of his torn garment in her hand. In her fury and shame, she falsely accuses him, despite evidence suggesting his innocence. His shirt torn from the back as he ran away. The word of a powerful woman against a foreign slave leads to one outcome. Yusuf is unjustly thrown into prison, trading one form of servitude for another. Yet even within the grim prison walls, his divine gift shines through. God has granted him the ability to interpret dreams. He befriends 2 fellow prisoners, a royal cupbearer and a baker, who are troubled by strange dreams. Yusuf correctly interprets their fates. The cupbearer will be freed and restored to his position, while the baker will be executed. He asks the cupbearer to remember him and mention his case to the king upon his release. The cupbearer is indeed freed, but in his newfound joy, he forgets his promise. Yusuf remains in prison for several more years, his patience tested, his faith his only companion. His time in prison, however, is not wasted. It is a period of spiritual growth, a preparation for the greater role he is destined to play. Years later, the king of Egypt himself is plagued by a perplexing dream. He sees 7 fat cows being devoured by 7 lean cows, and 7 green ears of grain being consumed by 7 dry ones. None of his magicians or wise men can offer a satisfactory explanation. It is then that the cupbearer, his memory suddenly sparked, remembers the young man from prison who could unravel the secrets of the night. Yusuf is summoned from his cell, brought before the most powerful man in the land. Standing before the king, Yusuf doesn't just interpret the dream, he offers a solution. He explains that the dream foretells 7 years of abundant harvest, which will be followed by 7 years of devastating famine. He advises the king to appoint a wise man to oversee the collection and storage of grain during the years of plenty to prepare for the years of scarcity. Impressed by his wisdom and foresight, the king declares that there is no one more suitable for the task than Yusuf himself. In a stunning reversal of fortune, Yusuf is freed from prison and appointed as the treasurer of Egypt, the second most powerful man in the kingdom. He is given authority over the storehouses, and for the next 7 years he diligently manages the harvest, gathering vast quantities of grain. When the famine arrives, just as he predicted, Egypt is prepared. People from all over the region, including Yusuf's own homeland of Canaan, travel to Egypt in search of food. One day, a group of men from Canaan arrives, seeking to buy grain. Yusuf recognizes them immediately. They are his brothers, the very ones who left him for dead in a well so many years ago. They do not recognize the powerful Egyptian official before them as their long-lost brother. Yusuf, with a heart full of complex emotions, decides to test them. He provides them with grain, but questions them about their family, learning that they left their youngest brother, Benjamin, at home with their aging father. He tells them they cannot receive more grain unless they bring Benjamin with them on their next journey, and as a test of their honesty, he secretly keeps one brother, Simeon, as a hostage. The brothers return to their father Yaqub and tell him what happened. The thought of losing another son terrifies Yaqub, but the worsening famine leaves him no choice. He reluctantly agrees to let Benjamin go with them, making them swear a solemn oath to protect him. When they return to Egypt with Benjamin, Yusuf welcomes them warmly, though he struggles to conceal his emotions upon seeing his full brother after so many years. He devises one final test. He has his royal golden cup secretly placed in Benjamin's sack. As the brothers prepare to leave, they are stopped and accused of theft. The cup is found, and according to the law they themselves agreed to, the thief must become a slave. The brothers are horrified. They plead for Benjamin's release with Judah, the one who had originally suggested selling Yusuf, offering himself as a slave in Benjamin's place. He speaks of their elderly father's fragile heart and the promise they made to him. Seeing their remorse, their genuine change of heart, and their willingness to sacrifice for their youngest brother, Yusuf can no longer maintain his disguise. Overwhelmed with emotion, he reveals his true identity. "I am Yusuf," he says, "and this is my brother. God has been gracious to us." The brothers are stunned into silence filled with awe and shame, but Yusuf offers them not retribution but forgiveness. He understands that everything that happened was part of a divine plan, a journey that led him from a dark well to a position where he could save nations, including his own family. He sends them back to Canaan with his own shirt, instructing them to cast it over their father's face. When they do, Yaqub's sight is miraculously restored. The entire family, filled with joy and relief, journeys to Egypt. The reunion is a moment of pure, overwhelming emotion. Yaqub and his sons, the 11 brothers, bow before Yusuf, not in servitude, but in respect and gratitude. The dream of the young boy in the sunlit field has finally come true. The stars, the sun, and the moon have bowed. It's a testament to patience, forgiveness, and the unwavering belief that even from the deepest darkness, God can bring forth the most brilliant light. The story of Yusuf is not just a tale of one man's incredible life, but a timeless lesson in faith, resilience, and the beautiful, mysterious ways of destiny. Thank you for watching. If this story moved you, please like, share, and subscribe for more content that explores the depths of history and faith.